Lois and Chrissy go on a mission to find Lois's sister Lucy. Clark's painful visions continue. Hello everyone, I'm Steve with Valhartv, and today I'll be reviewing Superman and Lois Season 2, Episode 4. So this episode begins with, really with a flashback for Lois and Lucy talking. And then we go right back to the diner scene with Allie and Lois talking in the diner. Now, Allie's just trying to sell her a bunch of hoo-ha, a bunch of BS. And Lois sees straight through Allie's facade, like right away. She's like, you're a terrible person. You're trying to get these girls to delete themselves, and you should spend time in jail. And she's like, oh, you really think that's what I'm doing? And I'm helping these people out like your sister. Your sister doesn't want to talk to you and all this stuff. And Lois gets super mad, and it's great because she's cool too. She's about it, and she's like, I'm going to take you down no matter what it is. And then she's like, we got to find my sister. So really, this is great, but there is something going on with Allie. There is definitely something like sinister about her, because there's a whole bunch of people in the diner with her that are like her followers, and they get up and they leave with her. So I'm like, wow, you got to have a ton of people in here just in case something. What's Lois gonna do? She's gonna take you down the right way. She's not gonna try to beat you up, So I thought that was very interesting of this woman. And if she was really sincere trying to help people, why would you bring a bunch of people with you? You know what I mean? Like, just in case something happens. I guess maybe, but there's more to her than meets the eye. Ooh, Transformers. But John and Clark back at the farm, they talk about how nice it is to show that the kids that there's something more to life, other than the city. And this is kind of where Bizarro Superman shows up. So I think this is a version of Bizarro. This version is different than the Supergirl version as well. But this is also a different version than what we've seen, I believe, in the comic books as well. So I'm kind of interested to see if this is actually Bizarro, or if this is actual Clark from another universe that has just been, something's happened to him and he's trying to fix it or something, because we see that he's been messing around with the necklace and hasn't been able to do anything with it this episode as well. So there's that. But then they both fight, and it's really kind of cool because John tries to help him, and he really can't, especially without the suit. And the necklace has a strange power. It keeps connecting both Supermen together, which I thought was very interesting. And it also looked really kind of cool. I did like that whole effect with the bubble around him and then the line from the necklace. So there's something with that too, and I can't wait to see what it is. So this actually gives them a way to track the Bizarro Superman. But Clark has to go to Anderson, and Anderson, he just gets me. He's a jerk. And, Anderson is so concerned, with America and America's interests that he doesn't care. Like that, you're Superman. If you don't play ball with him, you don't play ball at all. It's either his way or you just, you sit it out and he'll take care of things. And there's consequences to that, as you see later on in the episode, because he thinks that his team can take care of the Bizarro. And this leads to some consequences that he's going to have to deal with. He's going to have to live with this at some point. And Superman's going to have to deal with him too at some point. This was crazy, what happened. And, while all this is going on, we get kind of a subplot with Lana and her family, and as she's running for mayor. The old mayor is trying to dig up dirt on her family to use so he can win the election, so we see really what kind of guy he really is. He's not a very nice person. And we also get Jordan and Jonathan subplot as well, where Jordan uses his powers in a convenience store but doesn't realize there's a camera. Jonathan finally decides to take that drug that his girlfriend's selling, and we end up really getting to see what happens to him, and it looks kind of cool too, because he manifests similar powers to Superman and Jordan, but everything also looks different as well. And even his girlfriend told him that there were like everybody's affected differently with this drug. So whoever's making this drug and having her sell it is a little genius, and that's kind of cool. But at the same time, they need to kind of take those drugs out of the equation. You know what I mean? Because that's a lot of drugs just floating around for people to buy and try to get superpowers. You know, so that's kind of an interesting thing that's going on with that. And then we go back to Lois again. So all sprinkled throughout this whole episode it's really it's all Lois. So Lois is so bent on taking Allie down that she doesn't realize that she's being set up by Allie and Lucy. Like, they literally set her up in this, and Chrissy is stuck in the middle of all of this because she doesn't know if she can trust Lois, especially from season 1 when Lois kept lying about her family's involvement and everything, even though she's really not able to tell anybody that she's married to Superman and had kids with him, you know, so it's a whole thing, you know, where she isn't really trusting yet. And this episode ends with Jordan talking to his grandfather, Sam, and asking, about helping his dad out. And then we get Chrissy making a phone call to Allie. So we're going to end up seeing what happens from all of this episode, hopefully next week. So the effects in this, again, were great. I love the way Bizarro Superman looks. And the effects of the necklace on them both was really kind of cool. The acting in this, I thought overall was good. I thought maybe Allie stood out a little bit more because she's really bent on taking Lois down so she can further her agenda more. And we get to see Jordan trying to step up again a little more. And Jordan deciding to actually go for the route of the drugs so he can, get back into playing football. You know, and again, this episode primarily revolved around Lois and Allie. You know, we got a subplot again with Jonathan and Jordan, and we got the Lana subplot in this as well. But that all kind of seemed more like busy work versus actual, being flushed out. And I think they're still trying to figure out where to go with that. But, again, with Jordan asking his grandfather for, if he can help his dad and things like that, I think is kind of cool. He's really trying to step up, especially since his powers are continuously evolving anyways. So I said it even last season, he needs to be trained. He has superpowers. He needs to be trained to be able to at least control them versus, going out and something happens and he may end up hurting somebody on an accident, and he doesn't want that. Nobody wants that. So we're really going to see that. And then I really am interested in seeing the Jonathan aspect of this as well, because I want to see what the consequences are for him using this drug and if anybody's going to actually realize he's using a drug. So this is going to be all kind of cool as well. And then I do want more Bizarro Superman in this. Obviously, he's the bad guy, and this is X amount of episodes. I think it's probably maybe 12 to 15 episodes again, just like last season. So, I want to see this fleshed out a little bit more as well. Overall, though, I'd give this a 7.5 out of 10. It was a little bit slower. There were some good action scenes in this, especially at the end where Anderson's team goes to confront the Bizarro, and Superman has to come in and help out. So, hopefully we'll get to see more of Bizarro, though. And maybe the way he talks, they might fix that a little bit so you can understand him a little bit better. But leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this. And if you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and subscribe. Take care for now.